What up, y'all? This your boy Westside Willie, pilot of the Bebop, coming in. I'm just letting y'all know that we will be departing from Detroit very shortly. So everybody get in their seats, sit down, relax, and if there's any thickums on this flight, you're invited to the cockpit.
Bebop, we got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick-tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling. Baby, come and hold me tight. Cause the sky's falling in deep space, writing these jams. All I need is Jordan, don't look back. It's a price on your head, and they'll double that pay. If you alive, not dead. These cats is new to these scenes and new to these walls. And when the shots start firing, they start to look for the door. Baby, don't get too close. I'm a cowboy. Wake up and see that I'm gone, I'm where the stars going. One thing I can say about life is that it's not born. And one thing I can say about us, we'll never stop hunting. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic, I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic, I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up.
I got 2 earrings.
Yo, they really disturbed by that. What was that?
2 phones?
No, people disturbed by like people wearing 2 earrings or hoop earrings. Bro, please start this. Please just start. I'm not even
about
about to.
homosexuality.
I'm not about to even get
always
into
is.
this.
Do the intro.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the Bebop Boys Podcast. We're talking about movies, anime, comic books, all types of fly shit, some gay shit. Apparently,
Niggas was mad about that all the time.
yeah,
There was like a thing I remember, like if you got one side of your ear pierced.
yeah,
Or
was
the nose,
like-
the nose, yeah, the whole
yeah.
setup you got.
Remember the tongue pierce? That was
Oh my god.
that was ruthless. My boy Austin, he got his tongue pierced, and he got that shit. And he's just like a all black boy. And yeah, he used to get hit. They're like, no, he's not. That nigga get more pussy than anyone I know.
You know what's super weird about that when you think about it? It's never women that are dictating what is gay or not.
No.
It's other
It
niggas
can't be
that
women.
were like,
It's sometimes
like, bro,
Like
like
no, so
I
women
never
say
heard
it
of-
after the men say it.
I never heard a woman
Yeah.
say anything. Like I
My
never
dad
heard,
ain't never do that.
Like,
I'll
I-
tell you about your dad.
I'm not talking about like now how girls be like, I just feel like
I
as
would
a
never.
man, like
I'm not dating bisexual.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
As a
talking
man,
about,
you shouldn't lick your fingers.
as a man,
Yo, you should wipe your ass. Like, get the fuck out of here.
as a man, I feel like you shouldn't pay for dinner. Like,
Yo, I'll be on Discord.
you should
a
have
lot.
your ringer
a
on.
lot. And my girl be like, I just love when you're on Discord with your friends and everything. I just, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with that? She was like, well, niggas don't really be on the phone talking to their friends. I'm like, so niggas don't have friends? People don't
Oh.
have, so having friends is gay.
oh,
Yeah.
you didn't say that.
No, she said, no.
She said she was happy to see that.
No, yeah.
Because, like, it's, I mean, not to be all deep, but, there's always the weirdness of the intimacy of male companions. Cowboys sometimes gay for each other. Yeah. It was just.
Oh, them niggas was
They
gay.
It was.
Them niggas was
Everybody was
fucking.
just sucking each other's dicks all day. Anyways,
Zeus, come here.
bitches, bros, non-binary hoes. What it do, baby boo?
What's up? What's up, Mike? I mean,
Yes, you with the purple.
I thought I had something to say. Don't fucking call me that.
Don't dead
Don't
name.
dead name me or I'll stab you.
damn.
Yeah.
Can we at least get the 500 first?
No.
We almost there, guys.
Y'all niggas
We'll
piss
probably
me
be
off,
there by
bro.
AOD.
I want to promote this shit on my page, but I don't want people that follow me thinking of me as
Bro,
Mike.
people follow me and they watch me post Stardew Valley videos. What do you mean? What do you mean?
People that follow me as an artist follow me as an artist. So they're not going to follow this person that they know by this name.
This nigga-
and then I promote it
Yo.
on my page, and then they start calling me by a different name.
No, my friend texted me like, bro, we don't want any of these videos. Drop a fucking song. What do you mean?
That's not. What are you talking about? I'm talking about a fucking name.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about being
Like-
yourself on the pod.
I'm not talking about how I'm being. I'm talking
He
about
wants his
what
internet
you refer
presence
to me as.
To be Persia.
That's not my that would be cross branding.
Like how I want my internet branding to be Antonio. Like it's just the internet presence. He wants to be as Persia.
So if someone follows me because they heard my fucking song and then they're like, oh, I just found this rapper, his name is Persia, and then I post a fucking podcast and then they watch the podcast
Like,
and then you niggas are calling me Mike, then they start thinking that they should call me Mike.
Yeah.
Don't I don't want that shit.
He legally changed his name to Persia.
My name is Persia.
Okay, yeah, we got you. I am sorry. I'm sorry. Personally.
French black people.
Hello.
Bad.
Yo.
A lot of
Terrible.
We weren't first on y'all list?
Puerto Rican black people. What?
Nah. The two I know.
Two? Who's the other one?
I'll introduce
Well, you're my. I only know one Puerto Rican black guy, you, and then a Puerto Rican, Graciani, and
No, he's a different Puerto Rican.
He's a white Puerto Rican.
he is white.
That's a white Puerto Rican.
That's gonna be porcelain.
Normal Puerto Ricans, black Puerto Ricans. Normal Puerto Ricans are black Puerto Ricans, and black Puerto Ricans are black Puerto Ricans. But white Puerto Ricans are white.
I kind of want you to
I know
explain that.
two off the top of my head.
Who?
Huh?
I know two black Puerto Ricans off the top of my head.
Persia.
Persia and Sada.
Sada's Puerto Rican?
South Puerto Rican.
All right, now we just calling niggas with curly hair Puerto Rican.
No, Sada,
he's
no, he said that.
He's Puerto Rican, bro.
So that Hot 90, what was it? Hot 107.5 song? Okay, all right, I get it.
All right.
I understand.
He be saying Spanish in his music all the time.
I know. I don't listen to a lot of Sada unless I'm around some bitches.
Yeah,
Or you.
That's so fucking fun.
Yeah.
I just know the one with Nicki. Honestly, that's only side of him.
Bro, I really like that song until he ain't apologized for them shit.
Yeah, he
But,
should
hey,
apologize
Yo,
for
if
that.
you gonna stand in your shit, stand.
Yo,
What
I'm
did
not
he
gonna lie.
need to apologize for?
I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I probably shouldn't even talk
All
about
right.
this.
I'm gonna tell you what he apologized for was because he said some tweets. He said some tweets. You know, Sada's. You know, he's wow. You say some shit.
Yeah.
And
But it was
people-
old.
So then when
It was old.
it was old tweets. So then when the Nicki shit came out and they put it in Fortnite and everything, people, dug it up, was like, yo, you
Was he
apologize for
homophobic
this shit?
again?
Yeah. It was
Niggas.
homophobic, transforming and all that
Can
shit.
we
Like,
just-
no, that's
I don't know.
but the song was still fire.
But the thing about like
Because it's my bad, y'all. I said some shit.
he did
That's all you have to do.
he did say that
Yeah, when he started
eventually,
losing
but then
friends, yeah.
but it was like people started coming at him like hostilely and he responded.
Respect. Okay,
Like,
response
awesome.
accordingly.
But the thing about that, which not him specifically, but just with like I noticed that about Detroit shit. I was thinking about this shit the other day. Detroit rappers like will block their blessings by like being stuck in their ways with shit. Like I was thinking about, remember when Doughboy's Cash Out got signed?
Yeah, Jesus.
And then like they signed to Jeezy, it was like a big thing, and then they kind of got dropped like a year or 6 months later or some shit like that.
The ones who are successful are the
Put
ones.
your-
I'm sorry. The ones that are typically successful, the ones that kind of like
They're not the hood ones.
they're
They're not the street
They
ones.
kind of like they will like kind of like run away from that shit as quick as they can. Like,
Well, no, but
probably the closest one is probably
I don't know.
Just say Big Sean.
T Grizzly.
Ray,
You
Big
talking
Sean
about street
doesn't.
or
Big Sean
Detroit
doesn't
just-
count.
Big Sean went to Castech.
I'm
Give me something.
I'm
Big
talking
Sean
about,
is.
Okay,
I'm talking about
bougie.
But no.
Ray stays unproblematic. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody ever mad
Yeah.
at Ray.
But what I'm saying though is like, so I remember watching an interview after the fact, and like they started talking about industry politics, and they were saying like how like bro, we from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? So we like we out here with these label people, and they telling us like, oh, you should go talk to this person, like they trying to and like, but we from Detroit, so we don't really fuck with people like that. So we was
That's
just, like,
and it's just like it's
so then they didn't do what they
need to do. That's just a Detroit mentality in
It
general.
is.
Like if you feel like you're good enough on your own and you don't need like
Okay, well, but just be a local rapper then.
Skill-
because that's
Just be a
across the
local
board. Because I know people who do other stuff that's
Have people take y'all
you know,
styles, that y'all-
music
people
or
taking styles.
acting or anything like that, and they refuse to like take that next step because I'm from Detroit now. Or, I don't want to kiss somebody's ass, or I don't want to owe nobody nothing. Or
Yeah,
I don't
there's a
want to.
big-
I don't want
It's a
to.
big
I don't want to.
pride thing.
Yeah, just think go fucking okay. Stay on 8 Mile forever.
Exactly. Keep doing these $100,000 movies.
Skilla had a session when Mike Will made it. He showed up. Mike Will made it, wasn't there in like 10, 15 minutes, so he left.
Crazy.
See, but that right there is like an ego battle, cause like
Yeah, but
like
Mike Will
Yeah,
made
but
it.
Mike Will made it.
I know,
Yeah.
I get it.
But like he's
that's
probably feeling like I see where you're going.
No,
Yeah.
it's an ego
No,
battle
yeah,
because like
I see where you're
like
going.
unless Mike Will had a valid reason for being late, then he just didn't like. He was like, you know, that nigga can wait for me. I'm the. Big deal here.
Yeah.
But then like he probably felt like I'm the big deal, so I'm not waiting for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But like I've heard of situations like that with like other people. Like there's when I went to Atlanta and I met with one of the A&Rs from Jeezy's label, and we were talking about like music industry politics and shit, and he said something along those lines. He was saying like when big people get in a room, they will structure themselves based on like where they think they belong. So like if T.I. walks in the room, he'll go to the front. But if like, it's like a lower level person, they'll hang back or like whatever. It's like a whole bunch of fucking weird ego shit. Like it's just like bro, that shit.
Yes.
You see it.
It's kind of
You justify it. Yeah.
It's kind of
I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's like bro, that shit is like
What was the reason? Do you know the reason?
It's like High School
No.
Musical.
Okay.
I just know
No,
how
right.
Skilla be. That's how they be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hold on, I want to talk because Tonio, my bad. Tonio said it like real quick and everything when we talked about Big Sean, real quick. Like when I included him in the Detroit rappers, he was like, "Oh, he from Cass, he don't count." But why not?
He's not because he's not a Detroit rapper.
Okay, but why?
Yeah, he's
does-
a Detroit rapper, but in the sense of he's not.
No,
like,
he's not a Detroit rapper. He's a rapper from Detroit.
Right.
Like Lizzo is a rapper from Detroit.
Yeah.
Eminem
Like,
is
no,
a
no,
rapper
no, no,
from
no.
Detroit.
I can't put with Lizzo and Big Sean in the same what's it called because Big Sean has two mixed. Well, one's an album, one's a mixtape named after Detroit.
But
he
But
showed
that's not
up.
the sound.
Big
And
Sean-
he didn't even have
Well, it
anybody from
used to
Detroit
be-
on Detroit One.
like, oh yeah,
He did.
He
No,
worked with Mike
He had Say It
Posner.
Ain't Tone.
Yeah, he had
early
Saint
back on
Ain't
there.
Tone.
Say It Ain't
He had-
Tone ain't even
he
a
had
Detroit
Royce
rapper.
5'9".
Say It Ain't Tone.
Oh,
Royce of 5'9"
bro,
is
he
not a
had-
Detroit rapper. Detroit rapper is a style.
Okay, no, I want to take that context. That's why I want to take that context out, bro. Because Detroit rapper isn't just one type of street dude talking about some cocaine
No,
that his daddy whipped up.
That is
No.
important because it's the sound. It tells you where this person is from. So
And-
like,
and who he
if you don't,
associates with.
If you don't,
Yeah.
If you so if you hear like crunk music had a sound, you knew where it was coming from.
Yeah, but when I say
Fucking-
an Atlanta rapper, I can talk about a wide of range of
That's
Atlanta
because
rappers.
an Atlanta rapper is an industry rapper for the most part. Like unless you're making an Atlanta sound. Like if you're making an Atlanta sound, if you sound like the Migos, people know you're from Atlanta.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like-
Atlanta sound changes so much. The Detroit style has changed so much
that's because Atlanta is the hub of the
black
whole
music,
genre
yeah.
right now. So it's wider than just Atlanta. And Atlanta is different from Detroit in that Atlanta people do fuck with each other, which makes it okay. Like that's why there's more of a sound to it, because an Atlanta rapper
They're more willing
can
to
sound like the
collaborate.
Migos and link up with a nigga that sounds like
Childish Gambino.
and it's okay.
Yeah.
And
Where
also,
like-
I
or
see
like
what
when
you're
to
saying
go-
because,
yeah.
like, for example, Tyler the Creator, he is a West Coast artist, but when people don't say he makes West Coast type of music,
He doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
He's never-
LA has a sound.
but that's what,
Yeah.
but that's what
YG.
I'm talking about too. Because I kind of want to just take that connotation off of it because it's so much that comes from not just being the because even some of Babyface Ray's songs, some of them, they don't typically sound like just a regular Detroit beat. Boldy James, he don't just sound like just a regular Detroit.
Boldy James is not a Detroit rapper. Detroit rap is a sound. It's not like where you're from. Like I don't make Detroit music. I made a Detroit song when I did a song with Cash Kid.
Yeah, no, I
That
know
is
that.
a Detroit sound. Like that is there's a specific sound, and like niggas make that sound when they go on YouTube, they type in Detroit type beat like that, and then what do you hear?
No, I understand. No, I'm understanding that. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to take that connotation away.
Why?
Because
Why?
it's bigger than just the beats. It's bigger than just what people are rapping about. It's the whole city. You may be some of these motherfuckers that's new Detroit rappers have never really been in the streets like that.
Yeah,
But it's not. It's not about. It's not
listen.
about being in the street. Go ahead.
No, it is.
Listen.
'Cause yeah,
Eminem popped off. He's a rapper from Detroit.
from Detroit, yes.
Did anybody give the city of Detroit credit for that?
No.
No.
8
When
Mile.
Big Sean popped up,
No,
they didn't look
But
at the
Eminem
Eminem
city.
gave it. Eminem gave the credit.
He did, but
Yeah.
no, I'm saying the world.
That's a different.
The
thing.
world doesn't.
like
did
They
not.
weren't.
nobody-
They weren't gaming for Detroit rappers after Eminem.
I think you kind of view it as like it has a negative connotation, but it's not.
Yeah, I
Because
didn't. Yeah,
when they
yeah,
went
like
to
that.
when Eminem came up, they didn't come back to Detroit looking for more Eminem.
If anything, they were looking
When
for more
they-
white.
they did.
when
They were looking
when
for more
came-
white rappers.
They were looking for white rappers, but
But not
that's because white rap is different.
genre.
Is a genre versus like Detroit. Like so when T Grizzly pops up, all these other niggas that are in that realm of sound,
Yeah.
all these niggas start getting signed
Because even
because
when Big Sean
they
started
want
coming
the
out, he
Detroit
wasn't
sound.
that type
No,
of
yeah, Big Sean didn't get anybody from Detroit.
Mike
signed.
Posner. That's it, and
Wait,
he's a pop star.
One more time.
He didn't get anybody like coming to Detroit.
Mike Posner.
For
That's
Det-
it.
the
That's
brand.
different.
No,
That-
early Mac say it ain't. Yeah, okay.
But, like,
I'm not putting
yeah.
a negative connotation.
But they're
when
not
I
Detroit
rap.
rappers either.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put the negative connotation on that rap because when I hear, because this perfect conversation, because I heard somebody from outside of Detroit just try to classify Detroit rappers as street rappers. Now, every single Detroit rapper is not a street rapper. We have other acts who do other stuff too.
No, Detroit rap is street rap. Rappers from not
Yeah.
all rappers from Detroit are
are-
making street music.
yes.
That's how you separate the sound. Like when I met with that A&R in fucking in Atlanta, I played him my songs. He was like, "You're from Detroit?" And I was like,
That's
"I was like,
what I'm
yeah."
saying. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
he just
saying.
so happened to be from Detroit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even to the point of what even what like Summer Walker was saying. Like that tells someone something. Just like someone might hear that and turn it off. Someone might hear this and like someone might hear me and be like, they might like turn that off.
Mhm.
You know, like so the same thing that turns one person off will like put a person onto it. Like
That's not fair. I don't
like
think that's fair.
when I did a song
It's
with
just how
Cash
it
Kid,
is.
when I did a song with,
I know. That's why I hate that.
like-
What's it called? I hate it.
So
I fucking hate it.
Sofago is from Grand Rapids. He don't sound like a Grand Rapids rapper.
I don't.
He doesn't sound anything like Sleazy World Go or any of those types of dudes.
yeah. But like so when I did a song with Cash Kid, that's a style blend. Cash Kid is like a Detroit rapper.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
There was like a clear when we dropped that song, there was like a clear delineation. Like people that like this sound like my parts.
Mhm.
People that liked his sound liked his parts.
Mhm.
Like they were like, oh, this nigga snapped on his bitch. Or like even like when we did that, me, him, and AJ did that Speak English song. They liked, some people wanted a verse from him.
Mm.
Other people were like, damn, these niggas are snapping. Like that, like it's not, it's just a categorization of the sound. And like people
Yeah.
that want that sound need to be able to tell what it is.
What it is.
Like there's a, like the same thing with LA. Like LA has a sound. Fucking
Chicago has a
Chicago
sound.
has a sound.
Okay.
There's parts of Florida that has a sound like Kodak's sound. But then you couldn't really say XXXTentacion was a Florida rapper because
Yeah.
he was broader than that sound.
I would say though in the beginning, X was like there's two Florida sounds. There was the street sound and then there was the SoundCloud because a lot of SoundCloud artists came
from Florida.
So like him,
Pump.
Ski Mask, Lil Pump, fucking
Peep came from.
Peep came from
California.
New York,
I thought he was
Long Island, New York.
I ain't know
Is
where
he?
Beef was from.
What's the other one? Zan.
Lil
was from
Xan
LA,
from
right?
Cali.
Yeah.
But there's Wi-Fi's funeral,
Perp.
like
Perp the Smoke God.
yeah, Smoke
yeah.
Perp.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah.
The whole Raider clan, Denzel Curry.
Yeah, Denzel. There is a lot, and they were all in that lane. So like
Yeah.
that was Florida sound, and then there was also the Kodak sound that was going on at the same time.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, I don't think it's a bad thing. But I think that it like it's more of a marketing thing or a branding thing.
Well,
to
I
be
only
honest.
just brought it up because like I heard somebody talk about it, and I don't like the fact that a lot of industry can take from Detroit, take writers from Detroit, take producers from Detroit, and never just give it any type of credit. Any
yeah.
type of credit.
They snatched up artists like fucking Babyface Ray and stuff like that, and now he's able to still go back to like Cardiac and do his videos. But when they like first grabbed him, and like when they first grabbed Sada, and like when they first grabbed these guys, unless it was Jerry, they did not let any other Detroit director do their videos because the industry didn't want to put the money into the city. They didn't give a fuck about that.
And then that goes into that Summer Walker part. Like, yo, the people from Detroit are writing y'all favorite girls' records. But
that's
y'all
not,
saying turn
but
it
that's
off.
not what she's commenting on. Like it's.
What did Summer Walker say?
She just
I'm out.
She. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm gonna.
No, go ahead, bro.
I gotta go into that. Okay, but she's Rio came on. I think she was in the car. Somebody started playing Rio, and then she was like, "He from Detroit? Turn that shit off." And then he was like, and then the guy was
Somebody
like,
told her to
"He's
get
not
in the
from
shower."
Detroit." The guy was like, "You don't like Detroit rapper?" She was like, "No." He was like. She was like, or the guy was like, "You don't like niggas from Detroit?" And she was like, "I like niggas from Detroit. I don't like their music." Like, but so to what you were saying, that's not what she was commenting on. It's not where you're from. That does not matter.
She was talking about the genre.
Anita Baker's from Detroit. Quincy Jones is from Detroit. The whole Motown sound started in Detroit.
But
that's not like Motown is important in black music in general,
Yeah.
But when she's talking about a sliver that has the name Detroit rap, like they're not like if I can write a fucking ballad, which I can write a ballad and then sell it to Ariana Grande, it doesn't like somebody hearing like me do it like I just pulled up on a freak bitch. I just like you hear that song.
That's a good bar.
That doesn't
good way to start off a song.
that doesn't discount like that I wrote that. They just don't like this sound. You know what I'm saying? And you can change your sound. But the thing about that shit is like a lot of niggas that make Detroit music can only make Detroit rap. Like they can't rap in a way. Like you have rapped, I've heard you rap in 10 different styles. A lot of niggas that rap in Detroit, like on Detroit style, like things can't rap other ways. Like that's how they learn how to rap, and that's what they like. That's who they are, which is fine. But that's just like that's your lane. So there's good and bad that comes with it. But I wouldn't consider Detroit like Sean a Detroit rapper because he's not a Detroit rapper. Like he's a rapper from Detroit, but he doesn't rap. Yeah. Like when you can listen to his song The Cypher on the fucking Detroit 2 album and hear the distinction between the niggas that are Detroit rappers and who's not.
Maybe tone wise, delivery wise, lyrical content. If I never knew where Big Sean was from, and obviously I'm a Big Sean fan, I could probably decipher that nigga is from Detroit.
I mean, because he says what up, though.
Yeah, that's it.
I can decipher that nigga is from Detroit.
You're annoying. Because he said decipher.
I can decipher.
No, it was hard. That sounded like a little hard R in there, bro.
Decipher.
No. Don't talk to me about big words. No.
The
degree. You make fun of using decipher?
No, not that. He was like, never mind. All right, what were you gonna say?
I said he says what up though, but other than that, like that's a dead giveaway. That
you know what? He did something recently. He did a Tiny Desk concert. It was really good. Don't do it. It was actually really fucking good. And he was like, he was talking about his kid. He was like, "Daddy loves you," and that's a Detroit shit. Like that, I'll see every Detroit nigga called him like, "Daddy loves you." I'm like, okay, we get it. You take care of your son. Shut up. We get it.
Anyway, what the fuck were we supposed to talk about?
Y'all started a tangent.
No, I was talking about I was just talking about trying to elevate the terminology in Detroit rapper because I believe it covers more of a broad.
But listen,
but that's everything. That's like everything is a spectrum.
Wait.
I like that.
No matter where an artist comes from, for them to go mainstream, they have to rise above their sound.
Yeah.
Like any artist that is from an area
or use that as their
like they come even if they start off making that sound, they have to branch out of it to be a universal thing because this music was made and it's like it represents that culture, but like you have to branch out of it. You can't like so New York,
good
like,
example of that.
New York niggas like Biggie couldn't just do boom bap. Biggie started making
I guess Jay-Z, yeah.
like hits, so like fucking Biggie, can't you?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
like, or like
Puffy
fucking
told him to do that.
Dre, like Dr. Dre, fucking the whole West Coast.
Mhm.
But yeah, Diddy did tell him to do that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Did he know what he was doing? He's a good.
Hold on.
Good. What's it called? But
He's
better
good
than
what?
You been to a party?
good producer, huh?
Huh?
No, I ain't got enough clout.
You like Baby
I
You
was
like
just
Baby Lil,
gonna
huh?
say, like, if you look at the
No,
90s,
I think Baby Lil. If you use, never mind. Go. Never mind.
you
I'm not
look
gonna
at
do
the
it. I'm not gonna do it.
if you look at the 90s with rap, like
Different type of lube to use instead of Baby Lil.
New York had a sound,
It is.
fucking the West Coast had a sound. Like when Atlanta started coming up, Atlanta had a sound like
Bro. They hated Atlanta shit.
Bro.
They hated that.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah,
had
New
a
Orleans.
sound.
They hated New Orleans shit.
Baton Rouge
They hate
has
the whole
its own
South.
sound.
Yeah.
It is becoming much more.
So it's coming back
No, but
to
when
like
Outkast, like to Wes's point, like when Outkast was coming out and they won some Source Awards,
Yeah.
niggas was mad about that shit because they was like, "Yo, we not trying to hear all that Southern buthering, all that shit. We want to hear
And
this."
now they're
West
But
Coast.
even,
They became pop
even
stars.
stylistically, they were different from other Atlanta artists.
Oh, yeah.
From the jump.
Yeah, that's why L.A. Reid wouldn't sign him.
See how I just clipped Farm?
What were we supposed to talk
we were
about?
gonna
We'll
talk
live
about.
actions.
Weren't we gonna do the Reddit things? Or are we not?
No,
doing
not
that?
this time.
Okay.
Didn't you say you had a hear me out thing?
Yeah, I wanted to start it with a hear me out thing. About that.
Leer. My bad. I want
Detroit rappers aren't. I wanted.
rappers are talented.
We got all the
Damn.
brothers on the pod, and I want to talk about it.
I'm not a rapper though. Like
I don't give a fuck. You got ears. You can
I
listen
could write
to
a
music.
poem.
We know
I
you
can
and you and Mikey. Y'all
could write
poetic words.
a
butterfly
I be seeing
lands
y'all.
on the flower.
I be seeing y'all IG captions like y'all niggas is adding commas and shit. I be like, what the fuck? The fuck? Double spaces. Oh man, these niggas is
Dog.
creative
educational.
writing in college, my nigga. If you would have just
Yeah.
And Breaking Bad.
instead
Breaking
of
Bad.
fucking trying to be.
You can tell which one of us was sipping lean instead of going to class.
Look at the fat guy. Look at me. Yeah, I'm just.
I wanted to get. I was gonna buy like the crumble pie, so I didn't have time because I've been helping my mom with Thanksgiving and shit. So I wanted to, like, the hear me out shit was been trending. So I wanted to do a hear me out segment.
What is it?
Hear me out. Here's my first
I
one.
don't like it.
It's nothing extravagant. I have two. Hear me out. Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element.
Are you talking about smashing?
Smashing, yeah.
That's what I thought this hear me. I was
Yes.
That's not a hear. Well,
That's literally what's been
I
trending.
don't know. Maybe in that community it is.
No,
Maybe y'all got
actually, no.
posters?
No, not at all. But just I see him and I'm just like, okay, I see it. There's a
You
scene.
started blushing.
There's a scene where he's like talking to the one of the flight attendants. Have you guys seen?
Oh no,
Fifth
yeah, no,
Element?
I've seen it.
It's one of my favorite
this. I
movies.
remember this
Yeah.
scene.
And he's like, he's talking to the microphone. He's like, yo, man, my man. And he's moving the microphone. And the girl's like,
did
I
he
said-
hear her out or some shit?
he did.
Yeah.
He did. But yeah.
Because of that movie, Boudreaux suggested that when I get to that point, I hire an entirely gay security team.
I got you. I can
And
fight.
he said that nobody will fuck with me because
GIA?
either you're gonna get beat up by a bunch of gay guys or you beat up a gay guy and that's a hate crime. So it's L's either way. You know, I've considered it heavily.
I got you. I can fight. These knees is bad, but just put me on some biofree.
Just
some
bro, them
narco-
niggas, I'm bringing overtime.
I'm
nigga.
brainstorming names, and that's what he was like. Boudreaux was like fucking doing like fucking. He was like, yeah, they're gonna be like, bitch, you can't get on this bus.
Fucking 30 minutes over.
bitch.
We gotta roll up.
You talking about coming out on my day off? Guard yourself.
there's this TV
Guard
show.
yourself, nigga. Guard yourself.
There's a TV show
I
called
ain't taking no attitude.
from Queer as Folk. It's one of like the 90s groundbreaking gay shows. But
I'm gonna do it. Hear me out.
a guy got bashed and then he joined a group of like vigilantes and they started bashing back. Essentially, they started like jumping straight niggas. It was funny, and they called themselves the Pink Posse.
Damn.
Posse.
So I was thinking more
And
like
it was just jump niggas.
I was thinking more like Gray's Angels.
He was like spitting his ass.
You know,
Oh,
like
I like that.
Gray's Angels.
Why
you
are
know?
we spitting in people's ass?
That's so scare him off, traumatize him for life.
I feel like
You want us to rape niggas?
No, I didn't say that. Did not say that. Did not say that.
I think that's what you were alluding. Is that what you heard? I think that's what I heard.
We're gonna move past that.
all right. Anyway.
All right, no, I got you to hear me out.
Okay. And also hear me out. Kratos, God of War.
Yo, you a freaky ass nigga, dog.
Mm.
You want the most serial killer ass niggas. The nigga who can literally kill gods to wreck your shit.
But it's funny because my friend Mitch is here, guys. And Mitch,
Mitch,
is
what
that
the hell?
even the type of dudes I go for?
Yeah. Yo,
Not even the type of dudes I date. But like in my head,
I gotta finish the story, bro.
Murder.
Oh my goodness.
murder my vagina. In my head.
You are
In my
hilarious.
head.
You the best edition that we had on this pod. I swear to God.
In my head.
Oh my God.
In my head.
Just say Kratos. No.
Kratos. And
right.
like current Kratos.
No.
Not 2003
Talking about the one
Kratos.
with PTSD.
Yeah.
He gonna be yeah.
Boy. Not Kratos.
Tony about to go for MVP of the pod, right?
Not Kratos 2003. Kratos now.
The nigga with the beard.
Ragnarok.
He said he gonna rag your rock. Oh shit! Damn.
You're welcome. Clip it.
That's funny. That's funny. Any
Persia?
hear me out, Persia?
Any Persia? Any hear you out?
Yeah.
that fried my brain. You go.
Mm.
All right. I only got one so far. Nala from Lion King.
Okay.
That look ever
That
since
look-
I was a kid.
So I got into a fight on Facebook with someone about that because they were like, anti-gay people on Disney shows or whatever. I said I watched Nala fucking lick Simba down.
Give him that eye.
Fuck me eyes, right? Sure did. And they did it too.
Exactly.
And now they got Kiara.
Well, if you go into it,
I've been watching.
all of them was basically cousins anyway.
Yeah,
so.
where they get it.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
The pride is
Mm-hmm.
kissing cousins. They just
Yeah.
southern.
Incest. Can you feel love tonight? Sis.
Stupid. Woo! That can't you feel?
Purge, you got one yet?
That's a good one though. Minus the incest
yeah, I guess so.
And the bestiality.
and the bestiality.
Well, if I was a beat, I wasn't just about to go sneak up to her and be like, yo.
Roar.
Dress up as a lion on some fucking Ace Ventura shit. Nah, that's not me.
This is what y'all get for not having a topic.
No, we got like two. We got two.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going back to Africa in 2025.
No, thank you. Not Sahara. Not the Sahara.
Nigga said they ain't got no diamonds. I ain't
Yeah,
going.
honestly, I don't know. I'm good.
You don't have a.
Nope, I can't
There's no
think-
anime bitch. Not Attack on Titan hoe. So I've been
But she
looking.
gotta be like,
No,
it
there-
gotta be a hear me out. It
yeah,
can't
it
be
can't
like,
be obvious, and I
Yeah.
usually
Okay.
like the obvious ones.
right. 'Cause I'm
Like
thinking
I
about-
don't like who I like the
We did Khalifa laugh.
Mikasa is a normal. I think a normal one to be
I was
drawn
looking up
to.
Attack on Titan stuff.
The granny and
I really.
Dandadan.
Oh yeah, that's what your
She
thing.
fine as hell, boy.
No, she-
she kind
Dong.
of no, not Turbo Granny.
Oh.
I was about to say.
No.
Oh,
The act like
oh, yeah,
Momo's
she's pretty.
grandma. Yeah, she fine as shit. She kind of
yeah.
No,
I
she bad.
he said Granny. I thought Turbo Granny.
And she kind of got like that aggressive demeanor too. I like
Been
that.
quoting Turbo Granny for the
You've
past
been
3
quoting
weeks,
Turbo
so
Granny
it's
for
like,
a month. Give me that dong.
let me gobble that dog.
I sent it to a boy. I sent that meme to a boy.
This nigga tried
Don't
to shoot
ruin it.
He sent it to Kratos. He tried to shoot his shot at Chris Judge.
I just found out he was black. I thought he was Samoan.
Oh no,
He's black.
He's black. Even the guy who played him back then was he's from
Living Single.
Living Single. Yep.
Bro,
Dark skin dude.
I'm trying to think of one. I feel like I could get one. Maybe one will come to me before we get off.
Wes, do you ever hear me out?
No, yeah, you don't want to get choked up.
About who? Oh, by Kelsey.
Come on, dog. All right, so you want to go into the live action
Choke
topic?
me up.
Yeah, what's up with the live O's?
Okay, so what we were talking about in the live action, because since we got like 2 coming out this year. No, well 3, because Wicked came out, and then we got Lilo and Stitch come out next year, and then
Momoa.
They do got the Moana. They got the Moana coming. I didn't even know the second one dropped. They dropped a second
Today.
one for it
This week.
I didn't even know that shit.
Got a 6 on IGN, so that means it's an 8.
Nah, fuck IGN. They be all right. And
So that just means it's good.
And how to train your dragon. How to train your dragon. Not how I train your dragon. First, it was How I Met Your Dragon.
How I Met Your Dragon?
Yeah, because I never seen.
It was your best friend all along.
It was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But no, we were just coming up with like what makes a live action good and what you can expect, what you should expect from a live action. And then we were Matt was talking about like what are some good live actions.
Oh, stunning.
And I could only think of like 2.
I know one off the top of my head.
Go for it.
Good live actions.
Yep.
What is it?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
You
boom.
tryna-
Boom.
Don't say boom to that, nigga.
Boom.
Yo, ain't no boom.
I'm with him. I like it.
Turn his mic off. Turn your mic off too.
He does all the
You're a
work.
turncoat.
I never disliked the Cowboy Bebop live action. I said it was all right for what they did, and I liked some of the changes they made. Okay, so let's start there. Okay, let's start at that point.
Okay, no, go ahead.
Let's start. Since we're gonna go there, let's go there. I don't know. I was just trying to make a point.
I understand.
So
What makes
I don't mind changes being made in the source material as long as it works out. So one of the big changes in the Cowboy Bebop live action is making Homegirl possibly the villain of the story. We didn't get a season 2 to flesh that out. And she was kind of faking Homeboy out, I think. Are we okay with certain narrative changes like that?
with that one? No, because in the original story,
He was
she
chasing.
is a vocal point in the series along the lines of who the crew is,
Yeah.
and just what the whole story is contrived of and everything. So trying to make her a villain, make another fucking story. Don't
I
make her a
didn't
villain.
mind it.
Do not make her a villain.
But like, I don't know. So like, I didn't mind. I don't mind certain changes in the story along the way if it suits the narrative better. Like in the new Avatar remake,
That was
Korra
one on
and
the list.
Homeboy are gonna be a thing probably. Korra and not Korra. Oh, wrong season. Katara and Zuko
Zuko.
are probably gonna be a thing. I don't mind it.
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna be mad when you don't see?
Are you talking to me?
In general, I'm just saying, like, those are like changes that they're going to be doing.
In today's day and age, I think people are going to be mad just because
Gonna be
people
mad at her.
tie
But like,
everything. They can't think outside of a
creative box
Like,
aside from
it's
what's
not,
been
that
seen.
doesn't affect that doesn't really affect the story too much.
No, unless they make
So,
a season,
yeah.
unless
But
they
if
make a
it's
Korra
not-
season.
Bar for bar, what they did in the animation,
Yeah.
then no. And that's also a problem because they were mad about How I Train Your Dragon doing a shot for shot remake.
Dragon, yeah.
Shot for shot from the
I
animation.
want to date Robin. I
You said what?
want to date Robin.
Which one? The Crowbar one? He gone, folks.
No, I'm talking about Robin and How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, her.
Um,
She is a bad white bitch. That's some milk.
she's Canadian. Yeah.
Good milk.
I don't know. Me and the Canada ain't seeing eye to eye right now.
But I don't know. It's just I don't mind changes as long as they end up being good along the way. Like, I don't have a disdain for live action shit as much as the rest of the world does. You know, some are good, some are bad. The Disney ones are like kind of the focal point right now. Again, some are good, some are bad. I like the Aladdin one. I hated
like
Beauty and the Beast.
Did
I
I did like the Aladdin.
you like How about the Lion King?
I hated the fucking Lion King.
What about the OG Beauty and the Beast live action
I'm scared.
with Ron Perlman as the Beast?
Wait,
I don't know.
please look that up.
You talk about Hellboy?
I'm about to say Hellboy. Sons of Anarchy.
I don't know if I want to see that.
But not
yeah.
I feel you, Antonio.
I don't hate it as visual as other
Wait,
people
so
do.
when we're talking about live actions, are you talking about like adaptations of something, or like just like this thing is in a cartoon form and then we make a live action
I
version.
think we were talking about the adaptation at first, but then we kind of got onto like, because we threw One Piece in there. We threw fucking
Really did.
we threw Avatar in there. So it was more than just
Oh, the TV show?
a
That's
remake.
fucking gross.
It was just a live action telling of
He doesn't. His cheekbones
Story.
are still there. Yeah.
like, you can explain One Piece a little bit more because you seen, watch, love One Piece. So, you've seen both versions.
I think One Piece is a good adaptation, but they made changes, but they didn't make changes. They made changes like because it was
condense.
crucial. Like there was so much material to cover, like that. Like I think it was 8 episodes covered like 100 episodes.
I was going to
of fucking
ask
One
you,
Piece.
do they cover... So as a person who couldn't finish One Piece, but really enjoyed the live action, do they cover everything that's all the important bits in season 1?
Yeah,
and
for the
first part?
yeah, for the most part. Like it's really where they got to was the gathering of the group leading up to, and then the backstory behind like Nami and like that stuff.
That went on for like 20
So they-
episodes in the anime. It pissed
Yeah,
me off.
so
I was like, I'm done.
they got pretty far, but I think the key thing in an adaptation to me is maintaining the feeling of whatever you're adapting.
That's
Like,
real.
If you're not like One Piece, watching One Piece kind of felt like because of the effects and all that shit, it kind of felt like kiddish to me a little bit.
Mhm.
It reminded me of, I can't think of what this fucking show is called. Something Town. It was a kids show like called Something Town, and they were like bouncing around and shit. There was a villain that had like a little funny mustache. Lazy Town. It is Lazy Town.
Mhm.
So like, but it felt a little bit like that to me, but overall it felt the same as One Piece because the characters were the same as they were supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
And it had the same kind of like silly feeling to it.
Mhm.
Like, so it was like it matched the same feel, which is like the Attack on Titan one was Attack on Titan live action movie was trash, and it was a Japanese thing, like they did it, but like it was boring, and they changed the story completely, and they like it didn't give the same feeling. Like I think we've touched on this before, I think, but like certain animes and like really anything have like a distinct like sensation that they give you.
Yeah.
Like with Attack on Titan, it feels like you're doomed, like constantly. You're doomed, and you're like fighting against that. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I get what
So
you
the-
mean.
Well, I mean,
like-
that's what same thing with Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop is
We're
like
not doomed, but
Cowboy Bebop is like
Depressing
melancholic.
and melancholic, existential dread.
Yeah,
You don't get that. I will say that I don't get that from the
kind of get like an action
from
comedy.
the I treat the live action Cowboy Bebop as a live action TV show, whereas the anime is like, this is me and my feelings, and I'm about to just sit here and watch 26 episodes of depression.
Well,
Yeah,
I feel
no.
that same way about that Yu Yu Hakusho shit that happened. But
Okay.
live action one.
yeah,
Yeah, it was all right.
Bro, you have
But
to.
I understand.
It
that's
looked good.
You have
That-
to separate sometimes.
That is the most important thing, I think, and that's why like it also it also matters like what you're drawing from, because I think that like
Mhm.
it makes it worse. Like if you go straight from a manga to a live action, there would probably be less expectation than like you're going from a manga to an anime to a live adaptation, or like from a TV show or like a comic to a TV show to a live adaptation. Because like Twilight was a live adaptation of a book, but it matched the feeling of the book, like because it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
Or like 50 Shades of Grey
Scott
was
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim was a fucking
It's a great
phenomenal
example.
live adaptation.
Harry Pothead.
Harry Potter. Yeah. Like bro, like
read that shit. Yeah, I hear you.
I imagine Lord of the Rings because people like it, you know, so like
Oh, what the fuck? But no, go ahead. Keep
What?
on.
I'm saying I imagine that
What
it's good.
happened?
I imagine it's
Did I
good
just
because
whole
the
Lord of the Rings, but it's okay.
I never
Oh.
watched it.
I never
But,
watched
like,
it either.
But the franchise is
Keep going,
successful,
keep
so I
going.
imagine
So
that.
the Lord of the Rings was happening at the same time as Harry Potter when I was in high school. So I had the energy for one fucking
Long
wizarding franchise at the time, and I chose Harry fucking Potter because they were closer to my age.
Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings.
Okay, all right, we get it.
Lord of the Rings seemed more serious.
Yeah, that's. I didn't feel like being.
But
depressed.
like all of these things are adaptations, but like when you think about it,
yeah,
the most important part of it was that they captured the feeling of whatever they were adapting, and that's what's fucked. That's how they fuck shit up.
but I feel like that's also that can shoot in the foot because we have such a like Avatar is a good example of that. The Last Airbender, like people have such a fucking emotional grip on that like anything out of step is gonna trigger a fan base no matter how much
But
love
I'ma
they
play-
put into it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much love they put into it, no matter how much energy and how much the cast cares and stuff like that, or even in comic book adaptations, you know what I'm saying? Like I would think about how people roasted Ben Affleck when he became Batman. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much energy is placed, how much love is placed,
You can't.
you know how much
You can't
the
really
emotional
judge it off that,
tangibility.
though.
Yeah,
Because
you can.
like you can't because no matter what, somebody's gonna say something. So it
yeah,
doesn't-
but no matter what, but like still, it's just sometimes we need to.
you can tell whether or not something was a good adaptation by the overall success of it, not by people bitching about it. Like it doesn't fucking matter that somebody
If
bitched
it was,
about it
but
on
what if
Twitter.
it wasn't? But what if it was good and just some folks didn't give it a chance? Marvels.
When Marvels wasn't an adaptation, but like
Comic book adaptation. It's a comic book adaptation, technically.
it's a story derived from comic books, but it's
but
not an
still about three
adaptation.
characters and it's
That's
being
what that's a
adapted.
derivative. That's not
It's still like
that's
it's
not
something being adapted though, and
that's not
and it's
an
based off a
adaptation.
story about the Scroll War. So it's technically is adaptation,
But-
and people shitted on it before it even came
but
out.
that's not an adaptation. You adapted it. You took this story and
so
put it in this.
what is considered an adaptation then?
One Piece was an adaptation because you were telling the same story that you told in two other forms in this form.
So would you make Infinity War an adaptation?
Infinity War, the whole Marvel thing is kind of up in the air because they changed the whole story. They're telling a
But
different
it's
story.
still like the same through line to an extent. Were you about to say something, Wes?
I was gonna say the MCU is, from what I understand, is its own story.
It's
Like,
its
they
own
take
story.
elements
They
from the.
take elements,
That-
and they
but so
adapt.
much so to the point where Nick has said this in the thing, so much so to the point where they now write comics based on the MCU
Well, yeah,
rather than the opposite
That's why they
way.
keep killing off. the
So
X-Men
now the
off and
comic
on.
books are adapted from the live shit.
'Cause
But
they
like
keep killing off the X-Men. That's really.
But hold on, I want to get back onto the point. Like, just as far as live actions and us receiving it based on like the trailer and everything, do you guys think that maybe older people should like take a seat back and let the younger generation decide if they like something before y'all try to not see something?
wait, what do you mean?
Like,
What the fuck was that question?
For example, so say
Such a
say
bitch.
with this, for example, say with
Shut up,
this,
dumb nigga.
say with this how I
That's
met
pretty
your,
much what you
how
said.
I met your dragon.
I get what you're saying.
I met your dragon.
How to
How
train.
what's it called? Your dragon? How whatever. Never,
What's
see this
it
shit.
called?
Never gonna
Dragon.
never gonna see this shit. How you
Watching
know that?
Rick and Morty,
How you
boy.
know that niggas who are 11 and was the age of y'all when this shit came out? How y'all know that they not gonna like this adaptation
Oh, I agree.
more than y'all shit?
Oh, I agree.
real quick.
Because y'all try to
I hear
shit
what you're
on
saying.
everything.
I agree.
That's
like
adapted.
sometimes,
No,
Hold on, I'm
it's
sorry.
not
I'm
made for
sorry.
you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm the dumb nigga. I don't understand the question.
Real quick, when have you ever known old motherfuckers to shut their mouths?
But we're the old motherfuckers.
I know.
That's what
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was gonna get. I
So
was gonna
he's
say
saying,
that.
like,
I was
We're
gonna-
not the old motherfuckers because the motherfuckers you're talking about are 20 years older than us.
No, I mean, no, I'm talking about us, bro.
like
like
for instance, like the live action Disney movies or live action.
okay, yeah, like
that's-
live action
The cartoons
Dragon Ball,
were
not
made
Dragon Ball
for
Z.
us.
Oh my
Whoa,
god,
calm
I said-
down.
I meant live action Lion.
But now they're being remade, and now the newer generation, the new kids can enjoy it. But we're like shitting on it before, and I say we as in the generation is shitting on it prior to that, instead of just like, hey, why don't let these kids have this? And because if we don't like it, we still have what we have.
I don't think that
So I hear what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think that they're making the live actions for kids. I think they're making it for us.
No, but that's the thing. But I think they're kind of making it for both.
What kids like live action shit? Kids don't watch live action shit.
The kid in my house likes that live action Lion King movie. It's kids out here. My cousin likes that live action Aladdin movie. I tried to show him the other one. He not watching that shit. These movies have made billions of dollars, and it's not just off the backs of us.
You could probably,
if it was up to me, we wouldn't go see that shit. We wouldn't go see none of that.
You know why they like it more though? Because it came out when they're little. If you would have showed them the original Aladdin before that ever came out.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Because his mother has tried to show him that Aladdin. He likes this one because I like the other one because they had Robin Williams in it. This nigga like the shit because Will Smith is in it. It's two different things. And I'm not saying, oh, we automatically gotta say, bro. I'm not about to watch that shit. I'm not about to get online.
I personally
and say, yo, the girl was white. Why the fuck is she black in this?
Now, I personally have no kids that I know prefer a live adaptation over something like they. I don't know any children. They watch like none of
like that.
None of my nieces or nephews watch live action shit. They like cartoons. They're kids.
I will say, my one cousin niece Audrey, she is a live action girl. She doesn't want to watch cartoons.
Also on that,
she'll go on YouTube and watch some kids. She rather go do that shit.
But on that part, I'm not saying your household's like this. I know that my younger cousin, his mom is like this. She is a little younger, so he was kind of raised on VCRs, DVDs, and all that other stuff. When we talk about streaming, these streamings got all these live action remakes and all this other stuff. They're not really pushing the 90s and the 80s movies that we watched, early 2000s movies that we watched. They rather watch if it's Moana, if it's the live action Moana, they're going to see it regardless.
No, so I think the reason I said that, I think that they're not making it for them because there is always the option to update the fucking graphics of the shows and re-release it. But then when they do that, they fuck it up. So when they do that, they'll change the whole story. like make a whole new show with the same character.
They know what they're doing. They know whether you hate it or love it, you're going to go see it, or you're going to draw enough controversy around it that other people are going to see it and they're going to make the money that
Lion King was ass.
But I don't know how that shit made $1 billion. I don't know how that shit made $1 billion.
Because you got to think about it. You got to think about
Beyonce and
you got to think about
Ivy.
Wait, hold on. You got to think about it.
What am I thinking about?
What do you think about, Perk?
What are we thinking about?
Now, mind you.
Okay.
We mind it.
Now, mind you.
We're mind.
Wait. So, you got to think about it. If it wasn't made for you, why do you know about it?
Ooh.
You wouldn't know about it. If it was only being promoted on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel,
you're not supposed to be watching that shit anyway.
You want me to tell you something? And when they show the Black Panther trailer and these white folks see it and they saying, why the fuck do they have a black lead role thing with no white people in it? Why am I seeing this shit?
I've never heard that. I never
heard
that. And I saw little kids dress up as little white kids dress up as Black Panther.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's true.
But no, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is there's spillover with any kind of marketing.
Yes.
Obviously, there's going to be word of mouth and all kinds of shit. But what I'm talking about is I heard about How to Train a Dragon from you before I heard it from anyone else.
Movie marketing is bad, by the way.
But so what I'm saying is it was targeted to you when you're running ads. If you saw it as an ad, they run ads based on demographics. So it was meant for you. If you saw it, it was meant for you. If they're running it, if you see it in between TV shows as a commercial, they can target based off who's watching. Yeah, so they know who they're targeting to. So it's not even if it's also for kids, it's not just for kids because kids wouldn't know what this is.
Oh no, it's just for
they want you a part of it too. And if it's for kids too, then it's like a wide net.
I feel like those in particular, the How I Met Your Dragons.
You're making it at it.
Did I say it right? Did I say it wrong?
I like
You fucking
I like
spill
that
over.
shit. I like that shit.
It's
How I
contagious.
Spill over.
found. I've never seen this.
I never
I
seen
had never
it either.
seen it either.
But like, okay.
I heard
But
they make
all
money.
of those movies, so like all these fairy tale fantasy cartoons, that movies that are getting turned live action, I will say the marketing is nostalgia, and they're hoping that like the millennials and Xers who watch this as kids and young adults are taking their children to see it and starting new legacies. That's what they're hoping.
I don't think has that ever worked.
Yes.
When has that worked?
Bro, I just keep saying
Back
the
in the-
Lion King is made $1 billion before the animation made it. The live action one made $1 billion before COVID.
I will say also,
The
remember
Beauty and the
Disney.
Beast, Aladdin.
I will
Live
say Disney used to do live action. Remember, not live action, but they used to do sequels to shit. Remember?
Yeah.
And like
DVD
sequels to shit that came out 20 years ago.
That's what I.
So I think this
yeah.
is their new version of that.
I'm not
Remember,
talking about-
The
yeah.
Lion King 2 came out like
DVD
10,
Simba's
15
Prime
years
on DVD
after the first one.
because DVDs was booming.
Little Mermaid, the Little Mermaid got a sequel fucking 20 years after. I think this is their new version of that. So just in a different way. So instead of making sequels to shit, this is their.
It's easier for us to remake
No,
the
I'm
story
saying-
and put it on screen.
What, Wes?
Lion King 2 came out like 6 years after.
Still a lot.
That's still long. So we need to
But
know what happened.
what
with
I'm
Simba.
saying is
As
like,
opposed to like 2 years.
They
now.
had Timon and Pumbaa TV show in the meantime between that.
yeah.
They had a
Yeah,
Lion
well,
King.
yeah.
Yeah,
But what I'm
yeah.
saying, what I'm
All
saying
that-
is like,
it's still like a.
these things that were like this idea, which it seems like what they're going for when they like do a remake or like like an adaptation or something, is like trying to get you.
Bait.
Yeah, like they're trying to get this person who grew up on this thing to show it to their kid, so then they like it becomes like a lifetime
Star
thing.
Wars?
But like,
They might do a retell.
but I'm
Is
thinking
that a good version? And Star Trek?
Star Wars is the perfect example
Yeah,
because
Star
it
Wars and Star
came out.
Trek.
I don't think Star Trek is as mainstream, but
No, I'm saying
I hear you.
so. Like they had the first series
They did it with Doom.
for like our parents, and then when we were born, they
We got
came
the
out with the
prequels.
next 3, and that was for the parents to show them. And now they had the next 3, and that was for like a little bit older or our generation to show our kids.
yeah, I just think about that because I'm like, there's a bunch of shit like. I feel like there's like probably a few examples of it working, and then there's like a bunch of examples where it doesn't.
Muppets.
Majority of
like-
the time does not
Like
work.
we're like, bro, even
Looney
thinking
Tunes,
about
Muppets, like there's stuff
horror
here and there.
movies, like the fucking there's a movie when I was a little kid. I bet my mom
When I was a little kid,
when I was a little kid.
Niggas.
I bet my mom.
It's a nigga shuffle.
Like we got in an argument because like she said that her scary movies were scarier than our scary movies. She said our scary movies were just gore and their scary movies were like psychological. So we watched Halloween and
that's were better. I know that.
and this movie called When a Stranger Calls. Boy, I was up all night after watching this. I was like, I was looking out the window and shit. I was-
Okay, but which
wait,
one
wait.
was scarier?
It was When a Stranger Calls did
Okay.
scare me more. But like they made a new like When a Stranger
Stranger Calls,
Calls
and
like
it's
in
not
like
that
the
scary.
early 2000s, and it was
Bruce
just
Willis calling you.
Like
like
Bruce Willis.
it's just like whatever. But
Dennis Quaid. We don't know.
But like, so it's I feel like a lot of the time it's hard to capture like
Yeah.
it's like it's hard to do that. But I don't know. I mean, it like, but overall though, for adaptations, I would say the most important thing, like you got to check boxes. I think like
Yeah.
I think your story, you need to try and stick to the same story as much as possible if that's what you're doing. Like if you're if you're adapting from a story, stick to the story, and then
Damn, Halo fucked it up.
and then like try to maintain the same sense, like the same feeling of the original thing, because like somebody that knows what this is should be able to watch it and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, I could see this.
Yeah.
Like this feels like
I'm
that.
trying to think of, you guys have been saying that a couple times. I'm trying to think of how I felt in my favorite live action shows, or so, because like I don't feel like when I watch the live action Avatar, while I enjoyed it, I don't feel the same way as I watch regular Avatar.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't feel the same
What
watching.
about Mean Girls, for example?
Oh, stunning.
What? Are you talking? What are you talking about?
Because he
From the play to the
Yeah.
the movie to the play.
yeah.
The movie to the play version. Oh, I think I was talking about.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
I
The
thought you
adaptation
just meant
of.
like the remake of the one.
Yeah, but like no, as a person who enjoys both, stunning. I'm proud of you.
Only 100 episodes. All right.
Right, 100 episodes later. Good point. Very good point. And yes, I do feel the same. I do feel like
Does it have the same feeling?
yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm like
Real quick.
fuck bitches.
How about the
I
play,
said that.
the play Wicked, and the movie Wicked?
So I've never seen. So
I had to sing songs from that. in
I
choir.
don't have an attachment to Wicked
What? My
like
bad.
that.
From Wicked.
You
I had
to
to
play Wicked the live action. I don't have an attachment to Wicked. As a gay person, I know that's terrible.
It is?
Yeah,
Y'all gotta check boxes?
nigga. That's like
Mitch
our.
is saying no.
Yes, it is. Mitch is lying.
So can you wear sideline real quick? The
Yeah.
three. Just three.
Three what?
3 boxes y'all gotta check off to make sure you gay first.
Fuck dudes.
That's number one. What else?
Oh yeah, because some
And-
dudes fuck
and
dudes that don't like
simultaneously
dudes.
hate dudes.
Hey dudes. Oh, that does make you gay.
I fucking hate
I'm
niggas.
Yeah, that
talking
makes you
about
gay. If you
entertainment
hate- if
wise,
you-
but yeah, go,
Yeah,
go
there it
on.
goes.
Okay. All right.
Are you just mean like pop culture? I don't know, because like it varies so much nowadays. Like everybody is trying to be like gays are trying to be like anti-gay. There's like this big movement right now. Like I don't want to.
fit the stereotype.
I don't want to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not like a regular gay. I'm a different gay. Like bitch, shut up. Sashay away. Suck a dick. Anyways.
Go on.
That grinds my gears. I'm like, oh, do I have to like drag queens? No, you don't. But like, you're not cool because you don't like drag queens. Like, shut up. I'm sorry.
Like gay dudes like DMX and everything.
Yeah, gay dudes like everything. They probably his first boner. I told y'all mine was ludicrous. I was like, when I. Y'all can't say Ludacris didn't slap. When I move, you move, niggas.
What was he slapping?
Hopefully me. Thank you.
my God.
Ludacris was sexy as hell back in we were kids. That was my favorite rapper.
Mitchell Green doesn't mean anything.
Cause he's gay. Why? Cause he's gay.
Yeah, y'all
I
are in
have
the
someone
same.
on my side for once.
Y'all are in the same demographic.
I have someone on my side for once.
Jesus Christ, that was.
Oh,
we gotta
that
do
was
more.
hilarious.
I'm gonna fix the camera.
But yeah, where were we?
Ludacris.
Feeling the same way. So yes, yeah, Ludacris was my favorite rapper when I was a kid. And then Nicki Minaj.
Stop saying it.
Then Nicki Minaj came out. It was like over. Nicki Minaj was my first.
Same feeling. Let's,
Nicki Minaj was my first.
Pink
CD.
Friday and fucking what is Ludacris?
Oh,
Chicken and beer.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm giving that to chicken and beer.
can we move off Ludacris?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, you got beef with Luda too?
Ludacris said, "Some call me Ludacris, some call me Mr. Wiggle."
He did say that.
bro.
And Holiday
Hey,
Inn.
sometimes you gotta sell.
No,
I
you
love
don't.
that
That's
shit.
it. You could have said anything. Snoop Dogg was on the song.
That song with Trina, I love my ass smack, legs wide.
That song was
front,
hard.
Back, side to side, pussy wet, slip inside. Yep, everything gonna be on wide.
Tony,
I
I
love
that was like,
Yo, that song was hard. Don't say that though.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway,
Yes, the same feelings. Mean Girls. I do get the same feelings from watching 2003 Mean Girls as opposed to 24 Mean Girls. And I think Aladdin maybe. I did get it. Aladdin
did give you the same
watching
feeling.
the Prince Ali dance.
Mhm.
That whole segment. That shit.
Because it added a little culture to it.
Yeah.
But it did give the same feeling because it was like mischievous. It was fun.
Yeah.
There was like, a little bit of suspense in there. Like
Yeah, it was fun.
They checked like any adaptation is gonna have boxes that you gotta check to do the same thing.
And speaking on that Aladdin thing, he didn't replace Robin Williams. It still gave you that
so that's
feeling.
But so that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier. Like I feel like sometimes, and it goes back to your point. Like sometimes us old heads need to like shut up sometimes and just let them cook because like we feel some type
That's
of
all I was trying to hear.
and we get attached to something and then we shoot it down before it even comes out. And then sometimes it may not be the best thing we've ever seen, but it may be all right. And so I remember when Will Smith was cast as the genie, people was on his head about that shit. And he ended up being the best part of that fucking movie, like Robin Williams was.
Right.
So like, wow, that's the exception and not the rule. But you have a point, and that point is Aladdin. Like, it made $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Even in that situation, people were bitching, but
Yeah,
the
you're not gonna stop
adaptation
it.
was successful
Cool.
because it was correct. They
But then,
did their
like,
job.
you look at Lion King, which is essentially a shot-for-shot remake with all the right parts. Essentially, you have like great people as Timon and Pumbaa. You had Beyonce as Nala.
They brought
Why?
back James Earl Jones.
You know, the Childish Gambino as Simba. They had great parts of it, but for some reason, it didn't hit. Because I see Lion King, I fucking cried to this fucking day.
It was it was
crazy because I cried
successful.
on the trailer.
It was successful, but it didn't hit like for us.
Yeah.
Like, but it didn't.
Coming out with a sequel.
It didn't. I think it didn't hit for us because it felt like National Geographic. Like that shit. Like
that animation is not gonna tie you
the type
in.
of animation that they did, they could have did it like a fucking still made it look like them, but still look.
I don't
little-
want a warthog
saw-
to look like a warthog.
I saw.
Like, yo, like, yo,
I saw
come
I saw
scared of these niggas.
like it was like one of those pictures where they like somebody did like
They
a
edit.
Photoshop, and then they
Oh,
made
yeah,
like
yeah, I remember.
they made it look like how it could have looked, where it was like still it was live action, but it was still like a little cartoony, and like that appealed more. But I think that's why that makes sense as to why a kid would like it more than us, because we have fully developed cortexes, so we cannot comprehend. Like, we can't make it make sense. An animal.
So you saying I'm too smart to understand Lion King?
No, I'm saying basically.
He's saying that kids are too dumb.
No, kids are kids.
The kids are too dumb to understand why it sucks.
Yeah, kids have enough.
Yeah.
I think kids have enough imagination to like not see a problem with that. But like, you're watching a warthog that looks like a warthog have fucking Seth Rogen's voice. And I'm like, so you're just like sitting through this shit, like, bro, like, God,
Bro,
damn.
that's
and
not-
then it's like,
so you know
it's
what,
hard
for
for
me-
like and animals don't express
Like
emotion
that, yeah.
in the same way that like, so it's hard to see it.
Beyonce getting the lionesses together.
Come on, lioness.
I say, come on, single ladies. Come on, single Yo, I said, come on, single ladies. Come on, bitch.
Childish Gambino is Simba. No, I'm
It's so funny. I couldn't.
No,
like,
I think that like,
that's funny though.
but for the most part, I think that no matter what you do, like, people are gonna fucking complain. Because it's like everyone has a preference. But for the most part, I think the indicator is like how well it performs, like that you have built-in marketing.
saw it.
Yeah, like
Hate it or love
you
it, you saw it.
exactly.
It made $1 billion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like enough people saw it. Like, I feel like it's the same thing as like what we were saying about like with cancel culture. Like, the people that are complaining about it are people that probably don't even watch it, don't support it, don't whatever. Like, they don't even care about this. They're just bitching about something.
True.
Yo,
I
but
thought
like
I was a child. I'm like, who
People
the fuck
speak-
you got a kid in here.
people
Show
speak
y'all
with their
grown-ass
fucking
kids.
money.
Yeah.
Like they,
You saw it.
Well,
Because like that's what comes down to anyway. Like if you don't want to see something, you don't have to go watch it.
yeah.
well, adding on to that, like back then they were banking. I would say we were banking more on. I would even say back then, a couple years ago, we were banking on talent. Nowadays, we're banking on who you can bring in, bro. During that Lion King trailer, of course, they showed the Lion King
They showed
thing,
the
but
names,
for 30
bro.
seconds, they showed all the niggas' names who gonna
Beyonce
be in it.
as Nala.
Childish Gambino, no. And then that made me think about award shows. Like I remember a couple years ago watching the VH1 or MTV award shows, and there were more acts like performing, and I see Juice WRLD for the first time performing. I see fucking I don't know who it is, pop star performing. Bro, now these award shows is who the fuck gonna be there? Are we gonna get Nicki Minaj or Meg to host, because those will bring viewers? People aren't watching for talent no more. People not watching shit for talent no more. They not watching for animation style no more. Some of us are. Some of us are watching for stories and what we want to see, bro. If it don't got like bankable stars in there, we don't give a fuck. So then they scratch their heads and wonder why nobody went to go see this movie. All these people are in there. All these people in there. Yeah, all these people. But the story wasn't good.
I think there's like an ebb and flow to that. I think that like from what I've seen throughout history, like it seems like they go from like heavy on stardom to heavy on creativity, back to stardom, back to creativity.
It is
like,
yes, like you're saying, ebbs and flows through Hollywood.
Like a revolving
just in general, like, yeah, because like, you know, like they eventually, like you ride the fucking clout wave so much that now like the clout people lose their authority because now it's like, okay, whatever. Like, and then now you gotta actually be creative again.
Because like you think about it, like back in the golden age, what they call the golden age of Hollywood, you know, they used to give
Coke was good. Wasn't no fin in that shit.
I can't stand this nigga sometimes.
Sorry,
I love you so much, but you are fucking annoying. You know, studios used to give contracts to the actors and you have to do a certain amount of movies, you know what I'm saying? Because you were bankable as an actor, right? Now it's a certain type of movie that's probably bankable. Like, okay, in the 80s, they have all these 80s action flicks. And now the equivalent to that is probably like all these comic book and Marvel movies now. Yeah. So like shit, like he said, shit ebbs and flows, and like they're talking about the downfall of Hollywood, and I think that's a bit of a hyperbole. I think it's just we're in a state of a media desert.
Need something fresh,
you know. And I was thinking about when we were talking about the stuff through text message with Drake and how he's mad about the streaming stuff. They don't really know how to monetize streaming yet.
We need to put that.
So I think that we're at 500, guys. Whoa!
We hit 500.
Yeah,
we hit 500 on air.
Yeah, Nick just texted us.
We did.
Whoa! Thank you guys. Anyways, so
I'm with you.
Yes. So.
That Ludacris shit was wild though. I'm still loving to shoot that shit.
So
Bubblegum Sunday.
I think
Saturday.
just the way media is right now, consumption, creativity, the business behind it. I think it's in a desert right now, and no one knows how to make continuous money, good money, make it fun for everyone involved, make it not bankable, but like bankable, enjoyable for everyone involved.
Like universally.
Like, the studio wants to make that money. The audiences want to be involved. The actors want to be creative, fulfilled. We want to have jobs. We're in a state right now where it's on downhill.
Well,
right now,
real quick, so we don't go into a whole thing, but that kind of it helps transition into the next point, which was how we were saying something about how they race swap roles. And the reason why people are saying that like Hollywood is being fucked up is because allegedly they are like doing social politics in Hollywood, so they won't fund certain things unless they check certain boxes and like certain shit. Yeah. And then people won't so people that want to make movies are leaving that like Hollywood and then just going to do shit in other places. But one of the things is like it has to be racially diverse. It has to be LGBTQ friendly. It has to do whatever the fuck. And to an extent, I don't know if I said this shit before. I think the intent matters. Like don't just check boxes just to check boxes. Like do it if it matters.
It fits the story.
Yeah, like do it if you're telling.
Don't just
story.
put in. Yeah. So Wicked is a good example of that. They put a character in Wicked who was a woman and made him a gay man, but for the character, it made sense because it's for Ariana Grande's character, who is Glinda. And Glinda has like a group of fangirls who are classmates or whatever. So like in modern context, that makes sense that one of them would be a fucking gay boy who's chasing after her. That makes sense, you know. But then I remember this show called Mistresses that was on ABC. And it was about three bitches who was cheating on their men's in some way.
Fucking whores.
And I wasn't gonna laugh until I wasn't gonna even laugh until this bitch said something. So it's about three women who were cheating or being cheated on, or was it cheating in some way. And then one season they just added a gay character. And not only did they add a gay character, they added the most obnoxious stereotype ever. Yes, girl, how you doing, honey? Mwah, mwah. I said, now, this could have served the story well, because in this time there might be three women. I was about to say three bitches. Three women, you know, might have a gay best friend, but they added the horriblest stereotype ever. It, like you said, intent matters. You could add it. It matters. Or
what year was it?
mistresses.
Yeah.
Mid 2000, like
Yeah, that's-
between 2000s and 2020.
That's how they saw.
Alyssa Milano
That's
was
how
in
they
it for a
saw
bit.
fucking gay character.
Yeah, it's like yes, girl, whack.
But
And I was like,
you know
ugh.
what? You know what? It just made me think about this actually, because like, bro, when you're talking about art and you're talking about creative work, you cannot fucking bypass creativity.
Yeah.
You cannot bypass
And
creativity.
you can only
And,
talk
like,
about what you know.
Yeah, but yes, but
and you just end
yeah.
up creating stereotypes. So I remember people were talking about Friends for a bit. I'm sorry to keep stepping over you. Remember Friends?
just like a gay nigga, bro.
Yeah, you're into it.
I kind of remember from.
I never watched Friends, but I do know about.
Okay, so Friends, people over the years have talked about. Like I don't have a this again. I'm one of those people that don't hate anything.
We know.
You had to let that go. I remember what is it that I don't hate that you like?
Bro, Antonio, I don't want you to change anything about you. I love you the way you
Oh,
are.
that this nigga's gaslighting me.
No.
Okay.
Anyways,
You guys know where the term gaslighting came from?
Oh, this fucking
No,
girl on fucking 7 Mile.
anyways,
No, I'll tell you later.
Okay. So, what was Friends? So, the discourse around Friends lately is how in the main group of people, there is no people of color, there is no queer person. And,
One black person.
and the queer person and black people that they did add later on in the show were just like harmful stereotypes. And it probably wouldn't have served the story adding them in the core circle because everybody from the rooter to the tutor was white. So you probably would just be making bad jokes about black people, about gay people anyway, because they're already making bad jokes about black people and gay people in the context of the show anyway. But like, I guess it makes sense. Yes, you have 6 friends in New York City in like, I think they were in East Village. Somebody should be black and or gay.
But look.
But it makes sense story-wise.
Or a
However,
drug addict.
it's everybody, right, someone should be a drug addict, but hey,
But okay, so look,
no one knows how to write that like that. So why would you want that in that show?
that was in a different. That's the other side of it though. So there's the one side where it's like, you know, the intent matters of like the people that are producing this shit, but also people gotta stop bitching about everything that they fucking see not being inclusive. Niggas, some groups of white
Just
friends
hang with all white
don't
people.
have black friends.
Or they have
they
just
don't
one.
have gay friends. They don't have black friends. Some white people only hang out with white
I
people.
know Nick is
That's
gonna
okay.
hear you. Nick is gonna hear you. He's
I don't
gonna-
get like let them fucking like bro like would you like art fucking imitates reality? Would you go up to a group of white people and say, where's the what?
They do that though. They do that.
You about
though.
to say a lyric quote? I fucking know. Say
do
it.
that.
Say it.
They
Where the
do
lead
it.
at? I know you about to.
But
say
look,
They
look,
do
look.
that though. They do. Have you been seeing those videos? It's like they do like black quizzes. They're like, what time you supposed to come home?
Bro, some
Why your
people
smoke alarm going?
some
on?
Right?
people-
Why else?
some people don't like that is a reality, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like that's
But it
goes
depends on the
back to what I
context,
was
though.
saying. It goes back
Like-
to what I said before. Like in this day and age, everybody thinks everything
Yeah.
is for them. Like nigga, Friends is not for you.
Yeah, you
there was
don't have to
shows
watch
for you. There was
Living Single.
Friends, yes. So you had like white people had Friends. You had Martin and Living Single
Mm-hmm.
and like all the like so Fresh Prince. Like bro,
Which
where
are
were the white
better.
people in those shows?
Yo, but hold on. I think people only get mad at that stuff because those shows weren't given the same opportunities as these other shows like Friends.
Yeah,
How I Met Your Moms.
Friends went on much longer.
Wait, they canceled Wayne
Yeah.
Brothers.
We
Yeah.
are talking about
Yeah.
like bro, you are talking
So, yes.
about shows like during a time period like bro, we're talking about the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the show is going to be as successful as the demographics that it's being geared to. There's
you're right,
more
you're right.
white people in America than there are black people.
Like, and then the numbers don't lie, bro. Like, staying on Friends. They put that shit on Netflix, bro. I didn't know one person in my household who watched Friends, bro. Friends was the most watched thing on Netflix.
Bro, like
so of course it's gonna get that those numbers that everybody else wants.
yeah, bro, but it's like that is a show that everybody can watch. So now it's 2024, but like 10 years ago they made a show that was like Friends called New Girl, and it was reflective of the
God, yeah.
time period because there was a white girl, there was a white guy, there was a Jewish guy, there was 2 black guys.
Black guys got
like
the last.
You forgot the Indian girl.
there was an Indian girl. Like but that was reflective of what a friend group might look like during that time period.
On the West
Like,
Coast.
On the West Coast in LA. Like a friend group in fucking Virginia might look a little bit different. Like, or New York or whatever the fuck. Like,
No, I'm listening.
there it is reflective, like, because like at the same time that Friends was out, CSI was out. Cops are generally a diverse group because different cops have to appeal to different neighborhoods. So you have to have like fucking Ice-T in this area and fucking whoever the fuck in this area. like you know what I'm saying? Like, so it just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense to try and force everything to be for everybody, because it's not. And that's why I feel like I don't even agree with a lot of this shit, but I don't think that everybody's wrong for when they push back on certain things, because it's like, that's not them. You're not, and you're not going to get them to be accepting of it by trying to make.
I mean, it's not wrong, but it's also not right either, because people deserve to want to feel seen.
But you can't want to be seen for everybody. Like, bro,
the How I Made Your Dragon thing. Like,
yo, get the fucking name right. It's How to Train Your Dragon.
I'd never seen it.
How to train.
I'm gonna get
dragon.
you that.
You don't make dragons, you train them.
Oh, okay. How to Train Your Dragon. Like,
How I Made Your Dragon. Yeah, I'm
like
with that.
I've never.
That is stupid.
Like, it's
in that context, it's stupid.
It's like, it's stupid that they're mad, but it's okay. But they kind of put it in there. But also, she's barely black,
bro. But like, just regardless,
barely black.
Regardless, like in that context, it's stupid.
You know, that could have been
in the Game of Thrones.
That's
context,
literally
it's
slavery.
Stupid.
Yeah.
In like in like all these, like, you're talking, you're talking about.
You know exactly what happened. Why she probably is black.
You're talking about fantasy things. So in those contexts, it's stupid. But I'm saying, like, it doesn't make sense to try and impose that where it really doesn't belong. Like, in like a play, like, you can't. It doesn't make sense to impose that on Friends, because Friends, if you don't like it, then Friends isn't for you.
Yeah,
that's how that works. Like if I'm fucking straight and then I turn on fucking like a gay show, and then I'm like, where's all the straight guys? Where's all the heterosexual sex?
Why he pound him?
But
it's not for me.
But it's in there, though. I will say
it'll be in there.
It's always
it'll be in there.
The thing. So that's the thing, though. In DEI shit, we have to still cater to an extent to the other side. So like, it works both ways, because there's always going to be like a token white. There's in a queer show. There's always going to be, like, I remember Queer as Folk, the 90s version. And there was a lesbian couple in there, and I feel like their shit was only in there for the straight gays, just to like give straight niggas, if they want to watch it with their girl or something, just for to watch them suck on their titty balls or something. Because like,
what the fuck is a titty ball? Isn't titty balls? Isn't a titty ball cancer?
Oh, like shit.
Just as boobs were boobing, and like, because like, this is a story about like fucking 9 niggas, and then here are these 2 girls, and then let's like impose on the like here's their story too, you know. So I feel like sometimes, like, it's always has to, like, so I hear what you're saying. No, not all of it should be imposed. There needs to be a balance of all of it all.
But I think that part of the reason with that, though, is because like it's really like split in half. You have like straight, white, and everything else.
Because like,
so everything else has to encompass everything else.
Exactly. So unfortunately, the straight white shit has to be a little bit more diverse, because for the other 50%, that 50% has to be split up fucking 80 different ways.
But that's but that's what I was saying earlier about the fucking, like, about the intentional shit. That's why I said it has to be creative.
Yeah.
And that was like the whole thing that I was saying before, was just like what you said about mistresses. Like, bro, like,
you want to say bitches?
No.
I don't want to see that shit.
It's
actually, I'm sorry, it's the British version is better, but the American version, it's like 5 seasons. It's pretty good. It's on Hulu.
Make reality
When
shows
you-
out of anything.
When you are taking like
Yes.
characters in there, like even when you're talking about like the straight white shows, when they would put a black person in there, it would be a stereotype.
It was
like it would.
Do you guys
Tommy Hilfiger
remember
shirt.
the
Tommy Hill, baggy jeans.
So there
a
was an
long
episode.
chain,
Oh, it was there's this
50 Cent
episode
in
of
the
Sex
club
and the
playing.
City.
That was shit though.
There's this episode of Sex in the City, and Samantha dates a black guy. Right? He's in there one episode. He is the A&R for Tommy Boy Records.
Tay did.
He has a big black dick, and
They did.
all Samantha's the whore of the group or whatever, right? And she's down for whatever, but the whole time she's like, I love his big black dick. Oh my god, we have this, and they do a very horrible episode about race, about dating interracially, but like the whole time Samantha's like, that big black dick, and just and the guy is from. He does hip hop music. Oh my god, I thought hip hop had a tough edge. Like it's so bad.
You know what it
Hip-hop
encompasses?
Tough.
It's so bad.
You know what it is? The difference between the two like kinds of ways of approaching it goes back to that same conversation that I was having with you and like you, Nick, and Matt. I don't think you were here that day. But remember I was telling you about how like when you like that time where I went to that wedding and there was that white couple and like you can tell like there are
They
certain
never had a black friend.
there are certain times where you interact with like a white person, like or whatever race I'm guessing. But in this example, a white person where you can tell that they're only seeing your race.
Yeah.
Because they talk to you from that. Nigga, I speak 3 languages. Like, why are you talking to me about brother?
God damn!
Like-
That shit sound like the second coming. That shit sound like Godzilla. Hell no! Then come downstairs, bro. My bad, Mike. Go. No, my bad, Persia. Come on. Jesus Christ! I'm about to call my grandmama.
That's how he always walks. So
Yes.
like
Mama
It's-
text because of that shit.
it's the same
Yeah.
it's the same like token where it's like in a show like New Girl, all the characters are dynamic. They're not like what they are is just a part of their character, and then they are like Coach and Winston are not the same
They're not
at
the same
all.
person.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, and then like fucking, but like if you watch like a different show where they just include a fucking black person, they're like, they check all the like
They do everything. They're
baggy clothes,
Yeah.
chain,
and
ebonics,
they on the down low.
Do rag.
Daddy gone.
yeah, parents in the hood.
Not a strong black woman around.
Not
Sorry, Nick. If y'all look in any of them hood movies, they don't got no strong women around,
No,
bro.
the Mama
The
Mama
one thing
style.
that I don't like about Boondocks, they don't got no strong
They
black
have
women.
that's what
But
they have in
go-
common
but
with
I ain't tryna
Disney
go-
movies.
Yeah. Yep. I ain't trying to go into that, but go ahead.
but yeah,
The one
so-
black princess that made a frog. But go ahead.
but in most cases, like in the situations where with this, like where they are like swapping out a role, like the fucking How to Train Your Dragon and like all this fucking,
You said it right. Good.
I wasn't the one fucking it up.
You should put a counter when we do it every time we said it wrong. Well, what just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But for the most part, though, I think most of what people like is fucking ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Like they didn't swap anyone out in fucking House of Dragons. They included people in it.
There was an
like-
encyclopedia. How do y'all know?
like,
No.
bro? It's not even a book.
Exactly.
like
And in How to Train Your Dragon. Did I say it
I
right?
was still fucking up.
Okay. In
For
How
the
to
fuck
Train
of
Your
it.
Dragon, the girl in the cartoon was voiced by a Latina. Like she's white on TV, Latina voice,
Yeah.
and now she's gonna be biracial in the live
Yo,
action.
these people that
But
know
that-
Puerto
but-
Rico was
Girl,
part of
let it
America.
go.
But there's dragons.
You got to train them.
there's dragons.
Saying,
So all
like,
white.
there's dragons, so like it throws everything that needs to be
Culturally,
realistic
yeah.
out of the.
Yeah, like bro, like that of
But even then, like that's even not even true because the Moors and shit were traveling through that time, and people were getting raped
No,
and
I
pillaged
know.
and fucked and destroyed, and cultures were getting annihilated.
Well, also
The Netherlands-
that
the Netherlands and Norway were part of the slave trade.
like,
They brought people from Africa to where they are.
how do you get here?
well, I heard
Slavery.
that the girl who's actually playing, whatever the girl name is.
Is it Astrid?
Yeah, I think her name is Astrid. She's like part like she has some Viking in her or something. So she has like some of the.
So she's like probably the most realistic person in there,
except for like except for like I don't know, maybe Gerard Butler. Who's
I'm glad they kept Gerard Butler because he was the voice of the guy in the cartoon.
You know, it's actually, honestly though, to be honest, like even with that conversation, it's really fucking, it's stupid to begin with because Vikings weren't British either. They weren't Irish. They weren't fucking Italian. Like just like that's the most
main dude is
stupid fucking thing. Like you're literally just going off optics. And then you're just assuming that all whites can be all white, and that's not how that works.
I think they're scared that their kid is gonna like this.
Yeah, like they're gonna see it.
Oh my god, I like black women now.
This is why I think it's crazy. That movie came out in 2010, so it's like it's not even from the old generation. So are they?
You're ruining my childhood,
like,
bitch. You were
who's
21.
Who's the ones? Who are the ones mad? Is it actually our generation and like the younger people just below us, or is it motherfucking
Mitch, how old are you?
Old ass Gen X and fucking boomers?
I don't. Honestly, I think you just got to stay off Twitter. Like you stay off Twitter, you're not gonna see all these people bitching about shit.
Bro,
niggas on Twitter are mad about.
But how am I gonna see a movie?
Did you see
I don't see no movie advertisements. Who don't show me anything, bro? I be complaining about. I complain about everything. I'm getting old. I don't see any movie advertisements. If we didn't talk about shit, I would not know what movies or shows would come out.
I don't see movie ads on Facebook.
I see food shit.
I don't see them either.
No, I do. Because
the only time I see anything about a movie coming out is because I follow on Twitter Discussing Film, and they tell you every time.
I pay for ads. I don't pay. I pay the tiers with ads. So on Amazon and Hulu, so I get ads. So I get and Peacock sometimes.
But I'm talking about just like
I see trailers and stuff like that.
But like trailers for like Marvel shit, DC
and TikTok.
Shit, I see that shit. I'm talking about like, yo, what's coming out in theaters this weekend? I don't want to hear about Wicked. If I'm not on the internet, I don't want to hear about Wicked a day before it come out. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, you didn't hear about Wicked until
No.
the day?
I'm just talking about somebody who don't use social media a lot or who don't,
who's just not chronically online.
Yeah, exactly.
How are they?
Like if I'm just a casual fan of something,
nowadays
that look good.
Well, they don't care if you're not online. Pretty much everybody's online. So if like you're not on there, like they're not going to waste money on physical advertisements because that's a waste of money for them.
And then they only do that in like big places. So like Times Square, probably
Cali.
Like,
you go to Cali, they're going to have crazy billboards all over.
And we already paid $200 million for the movie because we got to pay the bankable stars. And marketing is $50 million.
But those are like fucking, what are those people called? Tourist areas.
Yeah.
So it
like,
makes sense to do it there.
But like, they're not paying any extra that they don't have to.
I think that's very dumb. I think that's very, very stupid.
I think a back to basics approach might be good for Hollywood in general, maybe. Like, I think we need to be going back to
do creative movies.
But nothing is making money. These movies,
exactly. That's
even like, how about you just put time into your creatives? Put time into digital your media in general. So how you put it out, artist development. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a good point. Like, artist development is a good, like, niggas go to school for acting. You can't just pick up a TikToker who got viral.
Bro,
to an extent.
Yeah.
But like, if that TikToker who went viral
isn't talented,
studied at Juilliard, pick his ass up. But that's not just some bitch who said Hawk.
That's another thing that I wanted to make talk about, like with celebrities and everything. Like, you banking on this person who has a viral video. Let's say Ice Spice, for example. Viral video, maybe she don't got the best talent in the world, but she's viral. We're going to put things in front of her so people can see her. That's going to make us money. But down the long haul, y'all going to realize maybe she's not as talented.
She's got her own.
That's a short-sighted approach. It's a cash grab. Like every time they haven't done that yet where it worked long term.
No,
I don't think.
Remember when there was like 5 versions of Britney Spears?
Yes.
And who ended up saying Britney Spears? So it never works out. So they needed 5 versions of Nicki Minaj.
No, Christina stayed.
No, I'm talking about.
She did for a while.
Christina wasn't a fake Britney Spears. They were in the. They were together.
Yeah, I would say they're on par.
They are definitely.
But like even if we on this, I'm not saying like even if we on the same label, they're still like they want to make another bankable star. Like if we got a Britney Spears and we got homegirl over here who's like almost like Britney Spears, why don't we just make her a little bit like Britney Spears? We don't got to.
But they never worked out. Mandy Moore, Hoku,
Ooh, Mandy Moore.
yeah,
That's my baby.
Jessica Simpson. It never worked out.
Saw her
So they
live.
did all these. So and Nicki Minaj is essentially and Cardi, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's give some rap bitches who could pop their ass.
Travis Scott.
But even they are different. Like
They're not gonna.
they don't have the same brand.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. They're not.
like,
They're not gonna be sustainable.
but what I'm saying in general is like what they're doing, like it's a short-sighted approach, but then it like there's a long-term effect, but they don't care about the
long term, they want the
Like,
instant gratification.
So like
now.
to what you're saying, like somebody pops up, they try to make $10 million off them as fast as possible.
Jack
and
Harlow,
then
White
they
Man Can't Jump.
disappear. Exactly. Like bro, like they just try to capitalize
Milk
on that
you.
shit for as long as possible. Like
and then
but-
dispose
but-
of them.
but the industry as a whole, no matter what the industry is, suffers from you doing that
Yeah.
because there's always gonna be like little blips, but there also has to be people that carry over. That's why all the mainstream artists are fucking
Old
35
heads,
and 40. Like
Yeah.
like all the like
Or have some connection to the shit that we grew up with.
all the
because
young like so when you talk about hip hop, pretty much all the
they're
hip hop stars are like 40.
50.
which is interesting mainly just because like hip hop is the youngest mainstream genre.
Yeah, it's only
But-
50 years old, right?
But yeah, it's like 50 or 60. But like and then most of the stars that were coming up that were young got killed or died.
Mhm.
And then so like these niggas are all that's left. And then when somebody does pop up, like the fucking dude that made $1 Million Baby, like this nigga just pops up, hey, hit song, #1 song in the world, disappears.
That's
Like-
another case study, but I ain't gonna talk about that.
All of them, but like they're all like that. Like there's like so many. There's more cases like that than there are people
Is it-
that last, but that's normal.
I mean, there's just a lot of one-hit wonders. Like there was.
There's
back in
always
the
been
day.
like that.
Yeah.
There's always been like that. But like the people that are around now, for the most part, are people that were around in the early 2000s and early 2010, and like
Or like why people, old heads, are getting resurgences. Like Madonna is still relevant, for
there,
some.
bro. A couple years ago,
She did a song with The Weeknd, and it
a
was
couple
fire.
years ago,
And she did a song with Sam Smith that went #1 a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying?
a couple years ago, I think it was half of the music that was on the charts was like resurfaced old songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From trending
What,
on
people still fuck with ABBA.
TikTok and
Yeah, but that also tells you that
Yeah.
music is timeless. So
Yeah.
it's like it's like outside of the
Mariah Carey still goes #1 with her Christmas
She
album.
got about
Yeah. music.
next
music
week.
is
Yeah.
music is timeless, bro. Like
She got a month
if it's
left.
timeless.
I will say, being a one-hit wonder in today is way better than it was.
Oh, it's probably
back then.
much more
It's way
lucrative
more
now.
profitable.
Yeah.
You get a
They
huge
actually might give you a
following,
team.
and then you just make social media
Because
money.
okay, if your team or your record company or whoever that you distribute with screws you over, bye. Okay, I can make money
Right.
elsewhere.
I can go to fucking VH1, make money. I can go to IG.
or I can just be a
Yeah.
social media influencer.
Exactly.
Hey guys,
I can be
Yeah, I
come
will
here.
say-
here's my tummy tea.
I will say if you make
Sky Jackson relevant forever.
if you make like one hit, I will say that like if you make one hit and like you do stuff other than music, like Blueface, where you can be like dramatic and just like whatever. Like
Action.
niggas was talking about Blueface for way longer.
Way
than,
too long.
Like, bro, I was like,
Bro, he
You know
survived
what,
the
man?
pandemic.
nigga ain't dropped
Let me
a
tell you
song in
something. I don't think
years.
I've heard a Blueface song. I just know him from social media.
You never heard
And his girl.
Tatiana?
You ain't heard
And his
Mopped
girl.
Up? What was the
Bust
mop?
down Tatiana.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
You ain't hear
Bro, that's a
I know
Drop?
his girl. What's his girl? What's his one
isn't
girl?
it?
Krishan Rock is his
The
ex.
other one.
Oh, I don't know.
The Asian girl. She was hi little
The
bitch.
Stewie, the
Call me
Stewie,
Yana, Yana.
the Stewie one.
She's like Asian,
She's
black Asian.
She
Okay.
looks like
Her.
Stewie.
Stewie. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Her. So like, okay, I didn't even know that
Which is insane.
That's
too,
hilarious.
because you got to think about it. This nigga had enough clout,
Mm-hmm.
not even from his music, to make to
get his baby
transfer clout to two people.
To two people.
But that's the masses' fault because that's how much people
the
like
pandemic,
drama.
we was bored.
Like that's how much people like.
I heard the girl song, the homegirl. My mom, who's 55 years old, just.
That's insane.
That's insane.
All right, we've been going too long. We gotta wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What up, Wes?
No, that was Lear's mom that's in love with Chris Brown.
No, that's my mom.
Oh, wait, I thought Lear, you said your mom.
Your mom's into Chris Brown too?
That was Antonio's
That
mom.
was Antonio.
Okay,
my mom-
I don't think
bad.
my mom like Chris Brown.
My mom
but
is fucking.
I don't know why the fuck not. That nigga got hits and hits.
I think you were defending my mom. That's what it was.
Nigga got slappers, bro.
Like, what did you
he
say?
made no guy.
He is a slapper.
You say you can backflip on beat.
To March Madness.
Yes, March Madness. Yeah. So yeah.
Video's crazy.
So yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird. Hollywood is going through a drama, and it's disappointing as a person who's. I went to school for it, so I'm glad I didn't go through with it because the bitch probably struggling more than he already is.
Or you can just use it as a different outlet, bro. You know.
Yeah, I have a podcast.
Yeah, use it as a podcast. Use it as other forms of content creation.
Nigga, go act in some shit.
No,
We trying to be creative out here.
okay.
got
let's
Max
create-
to help you out with stuff.
And okay, I'll write a haiku
Max-
as an intro to your next video.
Do it.
To
Go
your
ahead.
next song.
Go ahead.
But anyway,
I'll put you on a song.
tick-a-tie,
You can talk on the
tick-a-tie,
song.
tick-a-tie. Dixon asses.
See?
Revoked.
Exactly. You know we
Revolt.
should be philosophical. We don't got time
Okay.
for that ass.
If the G spot is in the B hole, then why is I don't know.
That's a hit.
Oh man. I guess I'll be on Lear song then. I guess.
Nah, I got you, bro. My shit is
Thank you.
inclusive, bro.
I
We the new
appreciate it.
Hollywood. We woke over here.
Lear, do your thing.
Do the thing, Lear.
Oh, see you Space Cowboys later.